some teams like Chili Dogs are still sticking with the old favorite, the Viper. We got the Chambers on one side as well as double Sova, so a lot going on here with the comps, but of course we got pieces of all. Let's go ahead and dive on in. It ain't Abyss, it's Breeze, as the fresh breeze is washing over us for this game number 1.
All right, well, I'll eat my words. The Brimstone getting picked was not something that I had, but hey, you know what? Anytime somebody brings an off-meta agent into the game like this, it's really, you feel like they have some kind of plan for it.
Always got to be a bit aware as we're diving straight into the first round. As Rage of Rage is already taking number 1 to Chili, though. Over there on the attack, we'll kick things off with a kill of their own. We're down to 4-4. This is a great way to start things off, though, as again, when it comes to these rounds, and especially to pistols, I love getting a little bit closer in action. Will it be enough, though, as we're headed towards a B side plant angle?
Indeed, and something that we'll see a lot in these tournaments is teams kind of like trying to feel out these initial picks, see how the other team is going to kind of be feeling in these pistol rounds. We see Rogue there pick up a kill as well. And now all of a sudden the defense flat on its heels, trying to figure out how best to get back into this site.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it. The problem is, do you have the manpower? Taking a lurk. A little bit behind elbow here. If you swing right, you're going to see one, but the eyes are out. Rogue, Chili locking it down, holding it together. Rogue with the 3-piece combo. And that'll get round number 1.
Yeah, just a very standard get the initial pick, rotate over quick to be. Once you have that first pick and you get a second pick coming in as well to make it a 5v3, it's really, really hard for a 3-man retake, especially on a map like this as people are still figuring it out. One thing to kind of figure out here early on for the defense is where are you going to place these Yoru TPs to be able to kind of rotate quickly back to the other site.
Right now it's A side this time. Let's see how hard this hits. Out goes a little bit of that owl. But the owl holds it down as Rage of Rage. Not happy about that one. Put back in normal form. Now it's a little bit of a rush. Nice smoke to go ahead and hold off that corner. Eyes are out, though, as there's only 3 on site for the defenders. Are they going to be able to handle it? Rogue locking down that plan. And spots one. Artsy takes out Tobian. That was a meaning inside of that smoke that you did not like. Defenders are out. How hard are they going to push right now? They are flooded on that left side of sight. Chimmy was ready, though, again with the SMDU. Chili holding down with the headhunter, and it's still all the attackers. Comfortable pacing, I do have to say, for the side of the Chili Dogs.
Yeah, and when teams are trying to cook on these anti-eco rounds, they basically just run in there, and you like to see how the team doesn't overextend. Basically, just get in there. They get their plant down. They make sure that they're not giving away too many guns and not messing up their economy too much. We see here Rogue already 4-0 on the Sova, trying to drag the team along with Chili just so far behind at 3. Not too much happening so far for Jarbros, but now that they have rifles in hand, should start swinging things back in their favor.
How sharp will it be, though? As right now, it's a little bit of pacing. A 1-4. The pillar lurk in mid. Let's see how this goes. Shop currently contested. Don't know how many are there, though. I'm curious, how hard are they going to push? Eyes out. Artsy was ready, though. Bulldog cries, but it's still looking like the squad of Chili Dogs that know how to take a site clean of 3. And now it's 2 defenders just trying to fight their way in.
And this is not what you want to see happen on your buy round. Trying to fight for early space there, trying to deny the plant even going down. But once you start losing these guns, you have to think, from the guns that we have, we need to take these long-range fights, let them come to us. And Jarbros just getting a little bit too antsy there, as Chili will take one down as well. And now all of a sudden, 1v4, pretty much unwinnable there for Jar.
Tough spot to be in, but a nice little start as Chili Dogs are looking quite dominant. 3 in a row thus far, and it doesn't feel like they're stopping anytime soon with the buyout currently gone. Now it's looking like Artsy is going to try a little bit of a hero special here, bringing out that sniper and saying, please give me a good time. If you can find 1 or 2, hey, that's a benefit right there.
Yeah, a couple sheriffs brought into this round as well. Just kind of like not a full eco here on the side of Jarbros, trying to be able to still do a little bit of damage. They're feeling confident, obviously, still, despite the fact that they're 3-0 down. Let's see kind of what eco strats they've cooked up.
Marshall in hand. Smokes out. Good stop. They'll look for a little bit more. Once again, A-side has been their benefit. Now goes a shock, but it's not going to help as Shimmy gets one with a little bit of a bomb. Well shot by Shimmy. Namuna is gone. Jar though answers back. Shimmy though on a tear with 2. Are you going to find a little bit more? Clone goes out from Rage, and you're able to bait 1 as Toby falls. But is it going to be more than enough? Down to 27 HP, you need to find at least one more body if you want to make these pistols work. But a nice look forward, Jar on this Viper. Can you spot one there? Artsy covering the backside as a push by the pistols goes ham. Are you going to have it in time? No, you don't. Rogue, happy to launch. And it's the attackers with a much spicier round. But this time, they do have 2 left. Tapped by Rage. Rage, though, with the spot number 1. Guardian is working. Out goes a shell, and now you chase. But Chimmy says, I don't need to see him to knock him down. 4K for the Rays.
Chimmy perfectly placed nade there, coming through right at the last second to make sure to clutch up the round. But Rage, as we highlight a sub here in this first map, for Jarbros, coming up with a huge 3K there, and almost very, very winnable if they had gotten that kill on the Rays. But just a nice eco round there. They're getting some kills. They punished the economy a little bit, still able to get buys in for Chili Dogs, but as we can see, that economy trending dangerously down.
Of course. For Chili Dogs, they're saying it doesn't really matter. We've won so many on this A side so far. I believe all 3 rounds, 2 rounds. The last 2 have been theirs. Are they going to find even more, though? Guns out. Rage this time says, no, first blood for me. You won't get more than that. Really nice pick. Number 1 stalls out the push a little bit longer. Now calling for a rotate through mid as well, with the meeting of the minds between Jaro as well as the chamber. Chili spots him around the corner, takes snapshot, misses both on the headhunter, but still taps Jaro with that rifle instead. Said the Vandal will have its way. Now closing in on an opportunity here. How long are they going to wait, though? Chili Dogs not thrilled about entering the site.
Yeah, and we can see, due to all of this, Artsy still stuck over on B, convinced that there might be a rotate, but instead 2 coming in through mid. Chamber trip going off should alert them that this hit's coming back to the A site.
I like it. A little bit longer swing than normal. So 2 Chili pops out, grabs one. Namuna goes down as Rogue pops through a main, through the shop. And all they need to do is find a few more. But Rage ain't going down without a fight. 9 HP and a dream. Chili puts that dream to rest. It's all about the reality of the situation, which puts you in a 3v1. Artsy, though, getting a little bit crafty with their entry. Take 1. But with a couple extra shells behind and double ultis if they want to. Orbital strike plus the Hunter Siri. One after the other will cause a lot of pain. That's why you're looking back towards shop. Great shots. Artsy finds it. And you are pretty happy. But guess what? In it comes my namesake, baby. And round number 5. It's called down a little bit early, though. And now a peek out. Another shell out as the Brimstone holds. And you cook Artsy just right. Yet another close round, but it's still 5 in a row.
Yeah, and here we see Artsy just do everything. You kind of have this thing where, because you got stuck on B site for so long, you have to speed up here as you start doing this retake. 1v2, able to go isolate the Sova. As you know, there's so much post-plant utility available to them. You kind of have to get aggressive and try to get these fights early. Able to get the Sova, as I said, but unfortunately no time left. Had to try to go stick the bomb, and when you just have that much post-plant utility available to you, it's pretty much unwinnable once you get down to the last like 20 seconds of the round.
I love it, though. Listen, 4-time was a charm. Hey, 5th might be a difference as Chimmy rocks out Jara. No chance in heck, but Rage has the Guardian. Might make some magic. It's a hard advance as well, but Chimmy to Chili. Lock 2 down instead. It's an answer for answer on the back end as Chili Dogs are showcasing why they're so dang strong. Namuna on the back end, though, says hello, and Chimmy might have an answer right back. This is the back and forth pacing of all. This is the thrifty round for Jarbros, and they say B ain't your time.
I am just still trying to figure out what happened there. The burst out onto B site looked so good, finding that first blood, getting everything set up, but all of a sudden the pistols just come flying in. And I mean, if you hit shots like that all day, it doesn't even matter if you have a pistol or a rifle, you're gonna win the round. Finally waking themselves up there. You gotta think maybe in call they were just saying, hey guys, just shoot him. Like, let's not think, just shoot him. Just get headshots and you win.
Let's play.
Not only that, it's also the fact that there was a lot faster push coming out of Chili Dawgs. They rushed on in, and it felt like they didn't really have a great grasp of their defense. They were still trying to get the plant anyway, so really nice job on Jarbros to react as appropriately as they did as well, which is why we're seeing this pacing right back to the A site instead, but it's a heavier flush, a 3-2 position with Chili Dawgs really putting emphasis on too far B side. Now, Spike is on A, so they can take a little bit of time of their own. Out goes the Trailblazer. Isn't really going to spot anyone, but they have an inkling. A bit of util has been shelled out to shop entrance, but Shimmy finds the mid lurk from Jaro, who has been pivoting between the two sites, and now with that lockdown, it's a problem on that far end. Are you going to find the mark on that left side wing? No, Artsy said thank you very much. It is theirs to desire. It's a 1-for-1 thus far. Mid position through Chili Dawgs taking an unorthodox play with 3 of their members that are making a lot of noise. Sean says, I see one. Can't get more, but Rage found Chili, and we're down to a 2v2. Serena, really well done to hold this
30 seconds
close.
left. Spike planted.
Wandering in. Once again, back to shop and spawn. Dimensional drift, use, rage. I mean, you know at this point they're in shop. But they don't really have too much utility. The Brimstone does have lineup, so you're waiting for that peek around the corner. Good dodge. And you dance so well. Rage, though, snaps onto the body, and Lorsana might not be happy as it's the Bucky, the Shorty, to call it out. 2 pieces of the body gives a second round to Jarbros.
Oh, what a single person rotation coming in here through Rage. Full confidence coming in with that dimensional drift. And hey, if you're gonna hit shots like that, just go ahead and have the op all day on the retake. Normally not recommended, but you know, you get 120, you force off the player jump spotting, second player comes in to try to get some kind of damage refrag back on you. But if you're, I mean, just shots for days coming out from Rage. It'll be interesting to see Rage set up on this B site now, as it's going to be a full 5-man flush onto A. Op not going to be able to get quite as much potential.
Well, of course, medium mines in the middle. Through the wall even, it can't stop you. Too chilly, too clean with it to start. And it's a harder rush this time. They're trying to chase out Rage if they can, but it looks like you're only going to get one. Nimona was ready to go as well and gets 2. Make it a third! 1 with the hunters, 2 with the guns, and 3. Maybe if you clean up the rest of them. Jarbros in a player advantage right now. Owl Drone goes out, spots one on top of Spike. Chili Dawgs wondering what exactly just happened. And through that clone, they take a snapshot. Barely tags an arm and a leg, but Rogue ready with Nimona. No chance whatsoever, as there are problems abound here. 2v2, but Rage is still alive. Pre-fire 1, not gonna happen. Look at 1, and you tap a few more, but just before they round the corner, Artsy sees a body, gets a couple in the back, and finishes off Serena. But Rage was ready, and Rogue, who peeked out right, will lose their life as well. Jarbros with 3 in a row so far as well.
And make it now 3 rounds coming in for Jarbros, as we have another post-plant victory here coming in courtesy of Rage and Artsy. And you know, over these last 3 rounds, you just kind of start getting the feeling that if Rage and Artsy are not taken off the board in the first 30 seconds of the round or whatever, punishing them for their peaks, the round might just be over that early into the game. These guys have just been on fire, carrying the team. I would like to see here a little bit more mid-exploration coming in from Chili Dawgs. The hits are coming a little bit stagnant, as they're only kind of mainly pressing through A and B and then going mid-late. I'd like to see, as they're doing here, this mid-exploration early on.
The exploration's gone a little bit rogue, as Rogue takes 1 on stack Sean. Toby also did some work But again, it ain't Rage. As he said, RT and Rage are still very alive, which means they can take whatever they want. Sees another body, but this time Rogue hides around the corner. Will take some damage on their spot. I believe 94 through shield as well. And lives with just about 6. Toby with the plant puts Jarbros in an extremely difficult position.
Yeah, and just as I was saying that I wanted this mid exploration, mid is such a pivotal part of this map, even if it has been closed off with the patch. But it's still just so consequential for you to win in mid early on and trying to get some presence known, because then they don't know which side you're going to come from. If you just run straight through main the whole time, then it's kind of cooked for you.
Yeah. It's a spot to be, and a problem that if you can't lock it down. So Chili Dogs, after a 3-round drought, they are back on top, hitting the marked 6, and are ready to go for this 10th round. I'm very curious to see who pops off, though. 2 Chili being matched by Rage of Rage on the far end in the kill count, but Rogue following very closely behind at 11. These two have also been leading the charge for Chili Dogs.
And now that Chili Dogs have hit mid so aggressively this round, it will bring a lot more attention into that area. Now you can send just your chamber, just your race, somebody to kind of lurk through and try to get an opening pick just to get a little bit more presence like they have here, but it doesn't even matter because Rage hits a beautiful shot.
That's what you talked about. Get them in control. Take control of A. Very, very well done. However, Chili Dogs had already called for a B side shot and take out 2 in the process. Very well done in that transfer. And now they feel like they've drawn enough attention that they can now rotate back over to the A site. And instead of someone like Rage, it's more along the lines of that Sentinel, that chamber in the far end. That'll be hoping to lock it down on their own. It ain't no 2 to force, but it's close enough. Stacked Sean, hoping for a chance. Bird goes out, blinds one, but also blinds Chimmy. They're able to make their way onto site, but between the 2 pyramids, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Chimmy, ready to go, looking for a plant, is able to get it. Out goes another Bird, pushes them off that left side. They're holding and looking. Quick heals out once more. Shock Bolt, will it land? Zaps much further behind than they were willing. And this 3-1 split that Chili Dogs has is perfect. It's up to Jarbros. Do they give? Do they just say, screw it, we'll hold off and see what we can do instead? Eyes, though, as that's a big lurk. Rogue looks out, sees 1, sees a 2nd, sees a 3rd. Can't get him, but gives the info to the teammate. And it's Chili Dogs with 7.
And what a timing there, caught by Rogue. And everything set up because of the beautiful utility play that Chili had coming in with the Sky Flash Raise-Nade combo, forcing all of the players from Jarbros to get stuck behind Orange for just a little bit longer. At that point, time ticking down, you know you have to push into the spike, and Rogue able to take advantage, sneak around the left side of Pyramids, and just be able to perfectly time out when these players from Jarbros were peeking. Beautiful 2K, almost a 3 there.
And I love the adjustment. Jarbros are so done with this half. They say, screw it. We are rushing. They rush straight through mid. And RT gets a knife out because the Blade Storm was available. Nice cover on 1, but you've given away your position. You know this is going to happen. It's a 2-piece lockdown. The crossfire is too clean. It's down to a 2v1. I say clean, but it ain't as clean as we wish. Jar Jar is the last one alive. 2 HP in a dream. That's a dream and a half. That might as well be a fantasy. Will he be able to catch Rogue and more? Honestly, I have no clue, but I think this might be yeah, that's true. You're not wrong, but when you're spotted out, it makes it a whole lot more difficult. Orange populated by Chimmy. And you're going to have to sprint. No way around it. Shock Bolt lands a little bit too far behind. So Chimmy backs up a teammate, and it will be 8 for Chili Dogs.
Last round before the switch.
Well, it's the first time that we see Jarbros on the defense really try to take advantage of a mid here. And we see, as we look at the replay, just they get the initial kills, but as soon as they start flying back through on the backside into A main, we have just a beautiful hold there by the attackers who've now become the defenders, holding off A main. Anthony getting a huge 2K there, almost a 3rd. That was almost a huge collat kill, but enough damage done that Jar had no chance there in the retake.
Well, Rage kind of pissed off and now rushing on in. Let's see if this last round will make any difference. Showstopper catches Stack shot on the side of the head, and Shimmy is popping on and off. That is wild to watch it too early. Sorena able to help out, but meaning of the gun barrels as Rogue takes out Namuna. Nobody likes that one, as it's a clean sweep through. Jarbros off to a rough start as the coveted and cursed 9-3 half goes the way of Chili Dogs.
So a fantastic recovery after the 3-round drop. Nets Chili the 9-3 half, and just what we saw was a lot of aggression early on, trying to get some early picks, and then just kind of stalling mid-round, not giving Jarbros enough time to understand exactly where the hit's going to be, whether they rotated or whether they ended up re-hitting sight. But beautiful calling coming in from whoever the IGL is on Chili Dogs. But now as we flip sides, Rage and Artsy gonna have to continue picking things up. This is a more attack-sided comp coming in for Jarbros, so I would like to see how it's able to affect them coming into this attack half.
I gotta agree with you. Well, already we're seeing Jarbros say, dude, we're going a whole different story. Chili Dogs attacked A side 9 different times in their half. Jarbros starting things off with the B side. Instead, said, hey, we know how to play this side of the map far better than the previous, and now we get to drag you into it. Will the defense work? Rogue, though, with a great lurk, finds Charo's back. That's a spot you might not be happy about. Rage, though, with a flip and a half, leads to their demise after taking one. Sakshan, though, with Headhunter once again popping off in a row. Multiples for themselves. Artsy goes down, but the side flank with 12 HP ain't enough. Toby, he'll win and get the final as well. That will be a 10th for Chili Dogs, then defuse just as well.
Some bandit gameplay coming in for Toby. I've been wondering when we're going to be able to highlight it. Such a interesting gun that Riot has designed here, trying to be kind of like the king of eco, kind of the pistol variant to the outlaw. And a lot of times when players are running this bandit, it's not on a not on an initiator, so you can buy util still because the bandit is so expensive. But with Toby, just pick up the bandit, do it anyways. And very good placement there by the chamber trip. I'd like to see it placed a little bit higher next time they go into B, but you learn from getting punished, right?
I feel that is the only way to learn. You get punished for your mistakes and you try and figure out how to not make that same mistake once again. However, the common situation to occur is I don't have too many guns, we will just rush and try our best. That is what happened with Jarbros, who was only able to grab one off the record before Chili Dogs sweeps through the second of the half.
And now 11-3 coming in for Chili Dogs after winning their second pistol. And there was a force up there trying to get some momentum back on the side of Jarbros. So we're gonna see a very, very mixed buy coming out. We do get a Vandal coming in from Sean, but everybody else forced onto light medium weapons coming in. Very good chance that this is going to be a quick 12-3 off of this B rush here, and we could be looking at map point already.
Happen here. Hard spray though. Artsy trying to keep the team alive. Really wants to make it happen. Is able to find it with the pistol after the SMG ran out. Really, really nice spray. 1 down, 4 to go. Quick plant onto B once again. Lurk through connector here. Let me push a little bit further. Stinger is available. Boombot ready to go if you wish. Are you going to find anyone? It goes off into no man's land. Shell out as well. And you peek through the wall, but the wall will keep your eyes away. It is going to be one. Stack Sean watching his teammates fall. It might be a problem more often than not. Down to a 3v3. Stack Sean flips the corner. Able to find Rogue. Rogue is gone. Rage. Waiting for a chance of their own as all they have is a Sheriff. And they'll catch Sorena in the back. It's a 1v2 and I don't favor those odds. Rage pissed and able to give Jarbros their fourth.
Rage a perfectly timed double flank coming in through mid. Able to capitalize as time starts ticking down. Defenders are rushing around to try to get it, but good news for the defense here. Chili Dogs, a massive lead both in economy and in rounds. Able to still buy full Vandals here, minus Chili. We've seen this kind of be played out a little bit on the Chambers over this last year since Chamber's been coming back into meta. Instead of Chamber buying guns all the time, the Chamber will opt to buy a shotgun and find value into their headhunter so they can afford an op more quickly.
Might be something to look at. Just get a little bit of that higher firepower. But again, it's a B side look, but this time it's on a full rush. Artsy swings on a Chili. But they don't need much more than that. It's a tap one, opening up first blood, and now they lurk towards A. But Rogue says, look, you guys have B, we have A, and let's keep the status quo. 4 currently stacked in shop. How hard will they actually push this comment? Wings out as Toby catches them from the flank. Jimmy with a great shell as well. And Jarbros are shell shocked as Link came in and smashed all the jars. That is a tough moment to have as Jimmy takes the last Chili Dogs on that map point.
Well, it starts to look so good as Artsy gets this opening blood over onto the B site, but then rather than pivoting over to B and taking advantage of the weaker site, they try to sell it back to A, where the entire defense is just waiting for them, funneled in. Toby gets a huge 2K there based off of players getting shunted off by the Raise nade. And then from there, it's just a simple cleanup on it to DJ to close things out. And we're already looking at map point here for Chili Dogs.
I fully expect Jarbros to just hit B every single time and see what they can make. However, they're working only on pistols. I don't know how much they're going to like. Quick snap as Rogue gets Jar. The captain is now down. Eyes out on the other side as Chimmy was ready for rage. With 2 left alive, Artsy and No Muna need to make some magic happen. I don't know how much magic will be held. Out goes the Seekers. Chimmy saying, I will sacrifice my life to get that info. And it's one more around the corner as Rogue will hold it down. And Chili Dogs smash this map 1 13-4.
Eco plays a little bit more, and so we should see a little bit more excitement as teams, because honestly, I don't know why teams don't try. I think ecos are very, very winnable on this map because of a lot of the close corners, but we are into the game here.
Yes, we are, and it's already underway with round number 1. We got some interesting ones. We got a Waylay coming in here, gonna be giving us a double as well. One on either side, but your fan favorite in the Astra nowhere to be seen. That will be the difficult part. We are looking like Chili Dogs are once again here on the attack. Quick dash in, but a quick zip back instead. Got some eyes, said no thank you. And now they try one more time. This time though, Rage is able to pop off on one. Shimmy though still stepping up in a big way. Sai now stepping in. We didn't see them last game, so I believe swapping on in here. And already off to the races. 2-piece for them. Sai finally goes down, but it is that finish at the end by Artsy, who closes out this round 1 for the defenders.
Yeah, Sai coming in, back into the lineup, taking over, I believe, for Rage. Coming back in here and just immediately making presence known. Breach, an off-meta pick here on this map, but still very, very solid. Being able to get this stun and flash utility. A lot of close angles to be found here on Abyss. It means Breach can be very, very strong. We do see a valiant effort there from Rogue on this Waylay, but not enough to get the job done. And we actually see Jarbros pick up their first pistol of the tournament.
Maybe they can do a bit more on top of it. It's a great way to start off a game. Cheats out on the side. Jaro sends a quick spray up one side and gets a shell back in return. Now flanks out to the right. But when it comes to a Vise, it does really slow down a lot of what you want to do. So it's a full back away, feels like. And now a lurk towards mid. Quite as a play, though, as Rogue floats a little bit of the way down. Eyes trimmed, and there's a body. Rage sends one down. Really nice shot. Easy grab. Again, 4 members of Chili Dawgs making their way onto that B site. Sushi is ready. Quake Duck walks away. Also stepping in, main roster side. Let's see if you can make some magic happen. Shimmy, though, finds Artsy in rotation as well and locks them down for the remainder.
And Chili giving that PRX Classic the chaotic nature of PRX themselves, hopping right into that smoke with a beautiful right click, bringing things into a very manageable 3v3.
Ooh. That's now lending itself to a 2v2. Are you going to find the back side of the box? No, you cannot. Toby with the quick flick 1, but Rage is ready on the high ground. It's down to 1v1. Rage, though! Last shot, no reload needed! Gets a 4K to make sure the squad of Jarbros takes 2 in a row.
Easy.
Well, I have to say something that's on full display in this round specifically. I think Riot bringing the Outlaw into the game last year was one of the best decisions that they have made for the game so far. They were constantly talking about how they didn't like this idea that so many teams were just forcing rifle light shield every single round. They were wanting them to try to have to kind of explore the meta and care about the economy a little bit more. So in comes the Outlaw, able to one-shot teams, anybody wearing light armor still. And as we see Rage put it on a full display, it is such a powerful gun when you're fighting against Eco.
Will the Eco work out in their favor this time? Probably not, because it ain't no Eco. Full buys out for the attackers, and they know exactly how they're going to use it. Chili Dawgs sweeping through on 2, looking for a third if they can. Toby with the plant once more. They go ahead and get it on the back side, forcing a drop down. We are going to watch those defenders try and find that spike and look for a defuse. Too Chili, though, not letting them get close. Rage, though, takes 1, misses the second, but it's close enough. Good scare tactic. Too Chili making it cold in here with the 3K. No 4 through them as Rogue polishes it off. It will be the standard 2-1 start to the Valorant way.
And only 1 gun lost here on the side of Chili Dawgs, giving them some still strong economy going into this first full buy round. I do like to see that they were very safe, very cautious. They got the plant down, but they didn't overextend. They didn't do anything to hurt their own economy, and now they can try to build some momentum here on the back of this first win that they got.
Pretty comfortable start in their own. Round number 4, baby. Let's see where they go. B side seems to be that call. Hard rush. Artsy gets out of dodge. Says no thank you, but the rest of the team is here to play. Quick double dash in. Rogue sweeps behind and still in a little bit of a firefight. Artsy runs it down with Shimmy. Sushi is ready on the bank. And what just happened is the entirety of Jarbros shuts them all down. It is 4 alive right now. Poor Rogue gonna try and do it all on their own. But they can't do anything. Artsy 3K makes it well played. Jarbros 3-1.
And one thing that we see in these kind of community draft style tournaments, as teams switch maps, switch compositions, we start seeing that games get influenced slightly differently. You know, in map 1 on Breeze, we had a Rogue on the Sova, being able to support the team, but because of the support, able to get in there and actually end up MVPing, getting a lot of frags behind the utility usage. But here on the Waylay, having to force a little bit more kind of 1v1, try to quick take duels, not as effective so far for the Chili Dawgs, but still on this attack half, lots of room for the Waylay to come into full power.
Artsy making sure this site is theirs, has been the primary defender here. Showing why they are given this role. Shimmy, though, hiding around the box. Might be able to find it. A little bit of a light TP, and you spot him. Shimmy whacks one back, but it's going to be enough. Rage of Rage takes one before falling. It's a match made in heaven or hell. As Rogue looks for maybe a few more. Out goes the showstopper, catches one on the back end, opens up a little bit of space. It's down to a 1v1. Jar not on sight. But the spike is a little bit further back, and they're going to have their back towards the walkway. You know Chimmy's planting. Jar Jar, can you find it? Knife is out, good spin, guns out, and you see the body, but Jaro swings second and it aims first. Well played, Jarbros. Able to make it 4, 3-round difference.
4th round in the book for Jarbros. A little bit of a Valorant peeker angle type advantage going on there for Jar Jar, being able to get that kill. But the important thing is just the bloodbath that happens over on B site in the first place, getting it into the 1v1. Artsy single-handedly just defending the site with their life, able to find multiple frags once again in a round, and shutting down so much of this attack presence from Chili single-handedly, being able to kind of isolate how things are happening and getting a lot of 1v1s. Chili needs to be a little bit more aggressive in swinging together, and I think they start winning some of these rounds.
See if they can pick it up here. Give the cat a pet, because Sai's ready to go. Chimmy, though, was more than ready instead. I don't know where that came from, but they got all the kills. Rogue just waiting in the wings. Gathers a few more, and Jarbros taken completely by surprise. Chimmy with 3 of their own. It's one lone defender lurking out in the hallways. No idea where they can go. Sai was too busy petting the cat. That's what it was. Just kitty cat on the gun. I love that. I love the animation, by the way. Jarbros, 1 alive. Let's see if Chili Dawgs can close this out cleanly. 2 Chili might not have had the cleanest shots on that opponent, but might be close enough. Chili Dawgs will be looking at a 2nd round for themselves.
Yeah. Chili showing a bit of chill, shall we say, this last round. We got Rogue lurking over towards A, able to find a huge pick as things start falling apart, but Jarbros getting extremely aggressive here on the defensive side, pushing out, giving Chili lots of easy kills to start off the round, and then once the dominoes start falling, there's really nothing that Chili can do to, or sorry, the Jarbros can do to bring themselves back into that round, and then Sai just kind of like choosing to go fight to try to win a couple guns away from them at the end, but nothing able to be found there. But Chili, excellent round win. I like that they changed up the pace just enough to start making Jarbros think maybe they're not going to be pushing every single round, and that's just the time for Chili to kind of explode back out onto site again.
It's a good start. Rage of Rage, though, once again looking clean in that mid. Might not be the pure sniper, but it's close enough with a single shot rifle. Sushi waiting off on the side. Rogue still finding 1, though. These catches lead to a 2-man entrance into the A site. Need 1 more as the Waylay is wandering and looking. They don't force it. They play it smart. Rage ready with Shimmy. Rogue still answers on the other side. Spin it back and forth, tit for tat every single time. Sorena with an omen on omen action. Leads it to a 3v2. Rage wondering how they can get on in. Gives away the position. Has to walk back. Teammate waiting for an opportunity. Rage off on the wing. Says yes. Yes, yes. Give me some more. They get a 4th. Look for 1 more. Rogue takes him out. It's down to a 1v1. And would you know it? It is the Waylay versus Waylay. And the way may be laid out for them. That's halfway point. Eyes in the head. Rogue snaps that up. We are now 1 round away from each other.
Yeah, and honestly, as this round started, Rage just started taking over the round, gets the huge 4K there after popping the Blade Storm, and just barely denied of an ace. I was like, oh, this is a Jarbros round win for sure. But Rogue, on the other side, showing that Waylay is such a dominant agent on this map for a reason, able to get a 4K of his own, bringing things back to a round difference, and most importantly, the economy of Jarbros not looking super good right now. Chili can get a round win here and really just kind of put the icing on the cake for this comeback.
I mean, there's so much there, but Artsy says there will be no comeback if you don't have any bodies to work with. Took 2 before falling on their own, but it was a very, very nice push there. No eyes from Chili Dogs, as now they have to play with a little bit of a limp. Got to figure out how to get back at Jarbros. And Sushi says there's no dice whatsoever. Spike in a horrendous spot to try and gather back up off on the ledge, and it's one that you really don't want to play for. Good wing shot. Toby spots one out. Now comes a little bit of breach and charge. You don't like what you see, but Sushi waiting on the far outside. Jump up side, spots one. Jar takes out Rogue. Sophie takes one to the grave, but that's all you can really take. Jarbros push to 5.
I don't think I have ever seen so many Valorant timings in my life in a single round. We see, well, for starters, obviously, Artsy walking in, and I'm not sure if Isarena was just not watching the lower angle or just got surprised that somebody peeked down so aggressively, but an easy find there for Artsy to get the 2K, picking things up. We saw through A site, they had no idea that Jar was right behind them, walking through the smoke the whole time. That could have been able to close up the round. And then, of course, just at the end there with the chamber getting picked off on ledge, just so many opportunities for Chili to have a chance to get into that round and unable to find any holes.
I mean, the walls are tightening up and even further defense. Artsy still getting 1. Rage helps out as well with 2. Chili with 2 to force. Says, please give me a chance. Toby, though, cannot swing fast enough, and Rage dazzles with 3K. 1 more to go to close out this round as Chili Dogs are wondering what the heck just happened. And even your hideaway spot is spotted. 150 HP technically to work with. I don't think it's going to last very soon. However, Chili, great snapshot to Jaro. With 2 left, 1 close, 1 far. It's a spot that you're not too excited about. As you fall to your doom, it's a 6th on the board. Jarbros running it back here in map number 2.
Come on, get me in the line of fire.
Now, Abyss is an attack-sided map for the most part. The numbers are close to even, but still tend to favor the attack side. But right now, Chili Dogs not having any easy access onto the site between these two duelists of Rage and Artsy, as we see here kind of popping off. Sai coming in, putting some impact into this game as well. But you have to solve the puzzle of this double duelist coming in from Jarbros if Chili wants a chance to get back into this game.
Let's see if they can do it. 2 Chili, clean on that shot on Rage this time around. Rage unable to make the big dog plays, but you still got Artsy in the back end. Jarbros have been able to stagger a lot of their wins, or all the round wins around all the players, which I think is very good.
Thorns are alive.
Still waiting for a full-fledged engagement, but 2 Chili's second one. This Headhunter living up to their name. Very well done. Rogue dashing in on the far end, though. Quickly taps back to their original. Artsy this time with their own jump at the can. Sushi takes that moment to swing and catches Chili and Rogue. We're now down to a 3v3 game. One that I don't think anyone's too keen on playing.
And Omen able to go through the shadows there, able to pick up the spike, but that should give Jarbros the information that the spike is going to be running back over towards A. Spike should be able to get planted. At least they will get that spike plant credit money. But the ult's actually going to come in and stop the plant as the rest of the team collapses.
And I feel for Jarbros, that's something that they kind of took a page out of Chili Dogs where we saw the orbital strike in game 1. It's like, we know you're going to go for it. We will catch you at it. Very well done.
Yeah, and obviously they really don't want Chili Dogs getting any kind of momentum. So even against an eco, deciding to even go as far as using that breach ult just to ensure no extra money, no extra ult orbs, anything like that. And Chili Dogs now staring down a 4-round hole.
Well, it might be a little bit more, but if Rogue can continue on their warpath, maybe they can shrink it just a wee bit. Most that they can get is about 5. That's what they want to look at. Sushi, though, answering back, and it's now a 3v3. Rogue steps forward, sees an eye, tries to move forward, but takes a licking for it. 31 HP left. Sushi off in the hallways. Backing away with the rest. Sai swinging around top side of A. Are they going to find it? One going to that high ground. Two-way entry. Are they going to find it? Sai gets one. Rogue, though, answers artsy. Can Rogue hold it down? 31 HP. Still playing well. Looking sprays. Misses everything. Has to reload. Chili helps out. And Chili makes it a full house. Well done, Chili Dawgs. Bringing a bit closer in the round diff.
In the half.
And excellent execution coming in from Chili that time. Just a simple take, getting themselves onto site, getting themselves set up. But the important thing is just able to actually hold these post-plant positions this time. Rogue using that Waylay ultimate to be able to get back into CT. Not actually able to find any kills off of it, but slowing down the retake just enough that the retake defenders have to kind of speed up their timings a little bit more than they wanted to. Not able to clear every single angle.
Oh. Rage at rage, though. Watching as the knives fall flat. 3 for 1 as Chili Dawgs are starting to ramp up. The only sadness is it's at the end of the half, so they have to swap over to the defense. Tough spot to be in. Jarbros ready to go. Toby swings for a third. They just need one more body to finish off this round. They'll go a little bit hunting. Sushi running all the way through mid, all the way back to possible spawn. I don't know if they're going to find much more than that. Wing side play. 3, 2, 1. Crossfire. Toby with a 4K to end off this first half.
And just a slight mistiming coming in from the defense there. There was such an opportunity off the back of this Waylay ult combined with the Jet Blade Storm. Unfortunately, Rage ends up actually getting caught in his own teammate's ultimate, getting slowed, being unable to really find a lot of value. Does somehow still get one. But behind just being slowed, once you get one pick, you're kind of just like praying at that point. And Chili Dawgs able to capitalize, punish the mistake, find 2 quick kills there, and then just a flood out on it to site, making things almost impossible for Jarbros. Half swap though, we'll see how these two teams line up on the other side.
Lineups galore. Hard push into B. Jarbros wondering where everyone is, as that's the shot to Chili. Right clicks for glory. First blood going the way of Chili Dawgs. Are they going to get a little bit more? Remember, Jarbros have had excellent entrance into the B site. No resistance from Chili Dawgs. Now they got to fight their way in. Chili ready to go. The captain swings and says, hey, follow my banner. Sushi answers with one more, but the damage has already been done. Rage of Rage very far away. Rage still gets another. Jarbros do it. I mean, you just need one more, but nah. Toby closes it out. Chili Dawgs get the opener of the round. A great start to make it a 6-7 game.
Don't even start that shit here, mate.
Jarbros is still ahead 7-6 here. Rage already with a 20 bomb in this game, but this is going to be very interesting as the side swap. Something that we didn't really get to hit on early on in the game is how these teams line up. This team, this comp for Chili, very attack side, very entry focused. We have the Jet Waylay able to quickly get onto site combined with this breach utility, but on the defensive side, the Sky and the Waylay are going to be able to open things up for the post-plant retake.
Finished. Hawk out.
What happened though? Rage of Rage. Trying to start things off strong, but Toby was more than ready. Sai cooks Toby though, and makes them a 1 for 1. It's a very strong play so far, but Jarbros locked in. Hopefully, one low too long will be enough. Chili drops on down, gathers a gun for themselves, picks up the Guardian. Has to reload, made sure of that one before. But everyone looks down the way as Rogue was ready to go. Tap 1, tap 2 with Shimmy on the SMG. It will be Chili Dawgs. To be looking good here on the defense, at least at the start.
You know, I'm really glad the round ended up turning out the way that it did. I was very, very close to saying I had things prepared in my head. Oh, nobody called out that the plant was going down, so Rogue had such a late rotate. This is why Chili Dawgs ended up losing the round, because they didn't have all their... Oh, never mind. Rogue just killed everybody in the backside. Great rotation coming in there from Rogue to clean things up, but just taking long enough on the site, holding it down enough to give him the time to rotate, even if it was late. But now by coming in for Jarbros, looking to see if they can get themselves back into swings on the attack side.
See if it's played. Shimmy, ready to go. Shocked out a little bit. Nice play. Rage of Rage, though. Feels like there's someone there. Toby. Toby's chilling. Toby's doing something. Chili, though, was ready. Artsy tried to make a flank. Did not work on B. Now the shotty works. Toby swings on in. Sai was ready with the revenge, but revenge might not be enough. Spike is down. Shimmy in the corner. Blinded out. Fully muted. No chance to play. It's still a 3v3, but the question is, do they keep chancing A or not? They know someone's on B, but they'll take that chance and look for the rotate. At least for the moment. Double back?
And slight team flash coming in there, kind of locking Jimmy into that corner, but no harm, no foul on the eco. A lot of time being wasted here, and now as the attackers are finally making their way back onto site, only 30 seconds to kind of make something happen, which gives the defenders lots of time. They know that they have to be planting here, and as the plant is going down, it's going to be a very, very easy to manage 3v3 retake.
Let's see if the plans go as well as reality will show. It's a three-way entry, which is very dangerous, but it's a heavy push onto the far end. It's multiple 1v1s as well. Eyes out, Chili reads one, finds a second for 3 total, but it's down to a 1v1 at the end of the day. 2 Chili has to push well, doesn't look right. That's where Rage is. Quick look and tap. Rage keeps the lead for Jarbros as they find their opening round of the half.
Jarbros does find their opening round, but a costly one, as they're only able to bring 1 rifle over, meaning that we're going to see a scuffed buy coming in from Jarbros here. A couple of light shields matched with these Vandals, but full buy coming in for Chili as they try to continue this comeback. And just great execution, great timing here by the attack, taking their time, knowing something kind of fishy was going on with the way that that smoke was placed. But Chili taking off Artsy's head to start this round 16 here.
I mean, that was that's Chili acting a little bit like Rage and Artsy in game number 1. The op play and the ult play is just on another level between these two teams, and I'm loving it. Rogue spots 1. I think Rage spotted him back. Info is pinged out here. Jarbros taking this really nice and slow. Spike not even moving from spawn yet. Oh, Rogue? Rogue playing with fire, and Rage is gone. Well done so far, Rogue. Can you find another? We're down to about 45 seconds. Jarbros have got to make a decision somewhere if they want to make a play.
Yeah, the hard thing is going to be with both of these duelists down now. It's going to be so hard to dive anywhere. They're going to have to try to start taking these fights as a team. As you see here, this first fight through mid, Sushi able to find the kill off that team play, but they're going to have to find a couple more, but only 25 seconds left in the round.
I mean, at this point, it's got to be a B-side hit. The only question is which way are they going to enter? They're going to look to try and just hard push up. They're going to go on the back end? Okay. But it's red, again. This will walk right into the hands of Rogue. And Rogue is ready. 3, 2, 1. Eyes out. Sprint 1, 2. Can you get a third?
Down B.
Not at all. I don't know what that was, but Sushi is able to lock down Rogue. The problem is now you're stuck in this position of you don't have any time. And with that, Chili Dogs chill out and get their 8th. We are tied here in map number 2.
Yeah, I would have. I think at that point, 20 seconds left on the round, you're in a 5v3 and not in a position to really push out. Maybe the call could have been made to save, but instead they elect to fight for it. They do get punished heavily, economy-wise and kills-wise. This Rogue is able to kind of sneak into this beautiful, beautiful corner, and we see the celebratory dance that Rogue was kind of hitting there at the end, just trying to delay a little bit more time.
It's a very close one as well. Sushi loses about 50% HP, but needs a little bit more. Chili not going to be finding anything there. Rage with the knives out says, please let the Blade Storm hit, but only finds 1. Drops 4 knives there. 2 more left in the bank to work. Serena, though, locks out Artsy. Everyone getting denied and deleted. Rogue rips Sushi apart. Sets for a second. A blinded out Jarbros. Serena ready for Rage. It's all down to 1. Poor Sai might breathe their last as everyone's coming around the corners. Swift and quick as the coursing river. Chili Dogs rounds out a 9th.
And Chili Dogs finally getting into the lead for the first time this game, putting themselves into a position to potentially close out this series with a 2-0. From the side of Jarbros, I liked the aggression there. They finally kind of tried to key into this dive comp potential that they have, but with the weaker weaponry, not able to end up getting as much damage as they would have liked. But I would like to see them continue that pace here onto A and just kind of fly out onto site and try to win as many of these early duels as they can.
Gonna fall back here.
See who sees each other first. Eyes out. Rogue looks left. Over the smoke they go. Sushi was ready with a hard sprint, but Toby and Rogue shut that down real quick. Rage around the back corner, though, says you didn't check your 6. Well fought, well played. Artsy rushes 1 down. Bucky screaming for more blood, and they will find it. 1v2 position. And Jarbros pushes the limits and speed of how fast they've been getting on sight. And they make it work. Too Chili. Will you be able to make the comeback? Pink gun out. No body spotted so far. And spotted by Artsy. Well played, well done, Jarbros. Keep it up in their name. Tie it at 9-9.
Well, go back to map 1. It's that post-plant combo once again of Artsy and Rage. And as we've said multiple times already, if those two guys are left alive at the end of the round, it's pretty much a round win guaranteed. They're playing very well together, able to hold the angles that the other guy is not, and bringing things back to a 9-9. The aggression there was perfect. We do see a 3-man stack towards this A side now to try to counter it, see if this is able to slow them down some.
Shells out. Poor Rage. Eating a bit of that one. Not too much damage, though. Easy to push on out if you need to. But Artsy says, I got it. Double dash in, into the smoke, right on down to the face. But Rogue was ready. Says, I know that trick. I wrote it myself. Rage answers in Rogue's face, though, and shuts down Shimmy as well. Nice kills around these Chili Dogs, only with 2. Serena makes it a 2v3. Will you find another Rage willing to get in everyone's face if they can? But Chili this time, with a full magazine, is able to light outside. Serena helps out as well, and it's down to 1v2. This changes everything. Pre-fire 1, pre-fire 2. Jarbros says no need for pre-fire. I'll get your body. And with a low HP on the other side, and the spike that needs to be defused, I don't know if Chili is able to pull this off, but you do! That's a nice one to play for. TP across the way, just to get there a bit faster. Chili Dogs, for the first time, second time I believe, in this game, will take the lead.
And a very uncharacteristic mistake on the side of Jarbros there. I don't know if Vise put down their shear wall that round. So Chili able to come in through the flank and just easily find the kills needed to get this happening. A very, very close pulse plant there. Chill able to sneak around and get that last kill as well, but you got to think maybe if that shear wall is there, it slows him down just a little bit more. It kind of makes that kill a little bit easier to find for Jarbros, but nothing finding.
See if they can do more artsy. Quick snap thanks to that Marshall. Really, really quick shot. I love it. You played it well, and you give Jarbros the best chance to match again in a tie position. Chili Dawgs, though, almost giving up the entirety of the B's site. Call down is artsy. Says, yo, let's play. Let's have some fun. Out goes that row, but eyes are out. Artsy looks again. And this Waylay on Waylay action has been a little bit weird. It's a 50-50 between who kills who. But Artsy this time in a clutch position really didn't need that kill. 3v5. Wasn't going to find anyone. Serena able to lock away Artsy, but not before Artsy took out Shimmy. Toby walks away with one as well. Down to a 2v3. Couple more snapshots. Rage, though, was ready, and Serena can't do much more than watch. As Toby will finally fall 10-10. Tied again. Jarbros really won a game 3.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Jarbros hit B too many times so far during this map, but able to find a perfect execution once again with this dive comp of the Waylay Jet coming in. And Rage able to sneak into the back lines to find a couple kills light to secure the round. But that's the thing that they have to keep leaning on this dive. But they also need to, kind of how they did this round, they need to switch it up so that the defensive side can't get comfortable stacking one side or the other.
Problem is now, Jarbros starting to pull a lot more info. Chili Dawgs on a faster rotate, but it's not fast enough. Rogue and Serena are gone. Where do they enter from now? Chili Dawgs. They only have one of two options, really. A couple of the Seekers go out. Shot down, though. It's Chili. Lose their life. Rage, though. 3K. Really stepping up here in the final moments. It feels like. Will it be one more? Look around the corner. Shoddy works wonders and takes out Rage. You got time to swap. No, you don't. And Sushi stopped them there. Jarbros reclaimed the lead and are one away from map point.
2 rounds in a row coming in from Jarbros as they turn up the pace, putting pedal to the metal. We do see Chili back with a full buy coming into this next round, though, hoping to slow down the pace. It's looking like a 5-man push on to this A side, but look at this gamble stack. Because of the last 2 hits, Chili Dawgs is opting to send 3 over to B, which means A site only defended by 1 player should be able to free things up for this attack push.
Slow walk once again. Jarbros smell victory in their way. 2 more steps, 2 more rounds. That's all they need.
Off your feet!
They'll go with the opener. Rolling Thunder gets them on. Rage once again hops straight to the back side. Finds Toby. No quips to be had. Jimmy with the showstopper, though. Hides it inside of the blind. Says, hopefully you didn't hear me pull that out. Unfortunately, everyone heard you pull that out. Jarbros keeps everyone alive. Finds yet another. Jimmy is gone. 3v5 yet again. Arms seen. Toby still, too Chili. Still alive and able to work with some magic. Gets one. Needs a second. One way is up. Is it going to be enough? Rogue ready to go. Guardian ahoy. And now with a quick sprint. Pulled back to reality. Chili, though, follows on their heels. Turns it around on Jarbros' head. And in a 3v2 with the Steel Garden out, it's a dangerous spot to be in. Jar, though, said that Garden is gone. I can play with my gun. Shot in the back of the head. Serena saves their teammate. But they need that defusal as soon as possible. Sushi spots one. Ready to TP. Gets it. Looking left, looking right. Serena finishes it off. My lord, that was close, but it was necessary. As Chili Dawgs cannot pull it off. That is going to be the finish. As Jarbros, with 0.74 needed more to defuse, will get their map point set here. Is it going to be enough?
want you to look at the scoreboard real quick. Rage 33 and 16. Rogue also 27 and 16. Like, these two are absolutely having a smash fest going back and forth. And the key thing for this round, while they did end up committing to the dive later, Jarbros actually kind of slowing down the pace. They get the initial scan, and we see two players from B start to rotate. But then because they don't commit to the full flood out onto the site initially, those players go back, and now A site is free.
Well, how free is it? Serena said not that free. Sushi eaten up once more. Artsy ready to make some arts and crafts and paints Shimmy across the stairs. Rough times around, as that's going to be yet another. Chili, though, rips through Artsy. Pulls out the 2 of the 4s and says, this is our time. What the heck is that crosshair? I do not want that on my screen much more. Rage a rage. Sends Serena gone. With the plant down, now needs to defend, but Toby and Chili happy to oblige and push the rest of Jarbros out. We are looking at 1 round away from OT for game number 2, and Jarbros really don't want to head there.
Yeah, for some reason, Jarbros is unable to win A 2 rounds in a row. I have no idea what it is, and I have no idea what Chili Dogs are doing specifically, but it seems like every time that Jarbros wins a round on A, Chili Dogs instantly commits to over presence on this A site, and Jarbros are unable to break through even after they get the plant down. So 1 round away from Jarbros either sending this to map 3 or Chili forcing overtime. And I think it's a 50-50 at this point because both of these teams have been popping off at all the right moments.
1 by 1.
Pop off once more if they can. Chili Dogs need 1 more. They want to close this out 2-0. Rage and rage, though, and Sushi locked 2 away. Say no thank you, but guess who's still alive? It's Chili. Now Chili's down. Artsy lives. That's what you wish. Rewind to your original position. Serena can only find 1. As they fall down to the pits, it's all left to the lone Waylay. And with no time left, all you can do is wait for the inevitable. As Rogue sprints around the corner, it is done deal. Jarbros 13-11, closest of this set.
Well, we know for sure that there's going to be lots of op action on the defensive side, specifically probably coming in on Rage. So whatever initiator Chili Dogs bring, they're going to have to be very, very focused on trying to get him off of these initial angles, try to be able to force him back so they can get onto site. And then once you get close quarters, the op becomes a little bit easier to deal with. On the attack side, however, it really is going to come down to kind of like a mix of the Sentinel and controller play. How do you slow down this dive that we saw them do so well, especially on the Abyss map when they were just kind of flying in, not taking no for an answer as they were going through? So I personally would like to see some kind of combination of controller Sentinel being teamed together to try to win that initial fight up against however they dive. And as you can see, Artsy bringing that raise is going to give a lot of speed. Neither team opting to bring the neon here, which could just be because nobody necessarily has neon in their agent pool. But we do see one thing of Rogue swapping back to that Sova, and we saw just how good he was able to perform on that map 1, which does give me a little bit more of a positive vibe coming into this one for Chili Dogs.
Let's see if they can pull it off. Right now we are headed on in. Not diving into the middle of a kill situation, but straight into the aggression. It is time once more. This B-side hit okay for Chili Dogs. It's a hard rush up C site. Said no worries about that B connector or garage. We just want to get right into the action. Quick dash into the wall as Artsy and Sushi lock it down, but the kills come furious as all Artsy and Jaro answer right back. And Artsy finishes it off. It's a full house of frags for the squad as it's Jarbros to kick things off.
Well, Chili Dogs look very strong, bursting through to that C site. But unfortunately, because they funneled everybody straight down C long without having any other presence coming in through garage or perhaps through B, it was very easy to kind of just funnel them into one spot. Little bit of Cypher utility that doesn't really slow anybody down, but does just enough to give them a pause, allowing the rest of Jarbros to be able to flood through backside easily when the 5v5 there and kind of set things up to give themselves a good boost here in this first half.
Rage right back on that same style. Rocks out with one. Jar Jar answers back. It feels like we are looking at a much cleaner round. Second round so far has generally been quite interesting in either direction, whether it's Chili Dogs or whether it is Jarbros. Too clean makes me very, very happy so far. For Too Chili and the rest of the Chili Dogs, we don't know what they can do. Chili, though, says I can do quite a bit with that Headhunter. Rips one apart. And is looking for yet another if they can. Looking at a long play on A.
Yeah, they are going to be coming through. There are two people, but look at this. The Omen having the feeling that maybe the hit's not going to be A, starts running off, and Chili able to punish Sai there, getting left all alone. Now 2v3. All of a sudden, a very winnable post plant here. There's going to be a lot of time wasted because the defenders are so far away.
Well, now they've rounded the corner. It might be a little quick one. Rage going to try and take a peek down long. It's going to happen. Artsy hitting from under, but no, dashes around. Quick flick, says two. And the Bulldogs rip him apart. Well done, Chili Dogs, actually. Do I have my teams mixed up? I might. No, Jarbros are definitely on the defense. So, yeah, well done. 2-0 to them.
Yeah, and a perfectly executed retake there in the 3v2. Chili getting caught out on sight from the Omen flash, and then Artsy able to just TP in there as Waylay. Too much, probably can't even hear the TP because of the blind that came through, and still bringing some good guns into this next round. Only Sai unable to have a gun. It will be a full buy coming in for Chili, looking to assert themselves finally into this map here on round 3.
Time to punch. As you go, Jar Jar sprints in 4-1. Toby fast to follow. Yet again, it's a hard-hitting swing by Chili Dogs. This time around, though, with heftier guns in their pocket, it's a round that they are a little bit more assumed to win. Trailblazer finds one on the mark. 3v4 position. Jarbros wondering if they can walk their way in. C long gathered on their own, though. Sentinel placed down there with the chamber. Well spotted and a little bit more constant. Toby with a rip through on a third. Reload by Sushi, not getting much. So Jarbros with 2 alive are just wondering how many more can they take with them. Apparently not that many. It is going to be 4 alive for Chili Dogs as they get their first of the game.
And a cheeky little camera set up on C by Jaro. Able to spot out very quickly that it is a fast C hit, but Chili Dogs just showing no chill, kind of running it down through all of the Cypher utility, not really caring. Jaro able to pick off the initial person out on to sight, but that was all that was able to happen. And then just through sheer gun power, Chili Dogs just slowly picks off one player after another and able to bring most of these guns. But now we see Rage finally on this operator here. Doesn't connect with the first shot, but presence known on this A side, and now a lot of utility going to have to be burned just to try to get him off of any of these angles.
Oh my god, Rage! A barrel stuff and a half shoots the Hawk, I believe, and Sushi follows up behind. Jarbros, what a wild way to break through and cover A site before any more chaos can occur. And Chili Dogs completely flabbergasted at just what transpired. They have nothing but a time to wait. Rogue trying to make some magic happen. But it is a 2v4 spot that I don't think they wish to be in. Difficult times call for difficult measures, though, as Artsy once again a high to low dash into the rewind. No big problem there.
Things slowing down as only 40 seconds left in the round. Jaro does have a flank held, so they should be able to know if they rotate
30
out,
seconds
but
left.
no information being called out by this by the Cypher, so Rage can just very confidently hold this angle
Spike down.
and will find one.
I mean, Rage getting a lot of value out of this operator right now. Really comfortable kills so far. It's extended to Jarbros, feeling like they have a lot more space to work with. Of course, for Chili Dogs, they buy back up. Say we had a little money in the bank. I think util draws will be a little bit light, but maybe they can get on through. Toby with the Seekers is the only ultimate in the game so far. Well, at least in this round, I should say, that Chili Dogs will be able to utilize.
And this is what we talked about kind of in that opening portion of the cast here for Haven, how they have to find a way to get rid of this operator, otherwise it's just going to be a miserable experience here on the attack side.
Sprays down through the smoke. No one really taps on outside of Chili Dogs 1.
Cover going out.
That garage is always a little bit dicey to play for. Cover is out,
Things-
east side denied, and where do they go from here?
It's really hard because once that operator comes into play, and especially on Jet where they can rotate so quickly, you never know anywhere that's safe. But operator down now, it looks like they might use this momentum to kind of shift the spike over towards A. They will have to get through the Omen, who's still there, but let's see who can win out this fight between Rogue and Sushi.
Rogue with the double take. Did not expect a piece of sushi in the corner, and Sushi says, I am deadly out here. Might as well be Fugi.
30 seconds left.
Wandering, one more spike in the corner, and Chili Dogs not liking the possibilities. What a TP after the blind. Sushi makes quick work. There's one more to go. Now, how far will they go is a whole different story. Scan out, spots him in the corner. Poor Toby needs to run. They're able to stay alive for the moment. Quit sprays through, though. Toby answers right back following those bullets. Rogue does the same, and we're down to a 2v3. Now, will it be enough? Take a look. This is looking like a wraparound, but the corner pocket is held by the Sova. That can be very, very dangerous in its own right. Sai looking for that right opportunity. Lets them all pass like ships in the night. Rogue swings on to Sushi. Does just one more, and all of a sudden, Jarbros seem to have lost the initiative. Chili Dogs stepping up to the plate. Sai still looking at the corner. Are you going to look left? You see an arm and a body. And it's a good spray, number one. Good taps.
Down mid.
Didn't know Toby's around the corner, though. Might have possibly gotten a two-piece, but still just waits for half a second.
Yeah, things settling back down here after a flurry of action. Toby with a chance to give them a second round, but unable to hold two angles at once. Jarbros making it a 6-1, nearly insurmountable lead, and this is a lead that we didn't even really get to see in map 1 when Chili Dogs were the ones running away with it. And as we look at this replay, just another beautiful 2K coming in from Rage. Toby doing their best to try to bring things back, but unfortunately just not able to fight the entire team alone. And things is starting to trend very, very high for Jarbros.
Wow. So far, it has been a treat all in and of itself. Artsy swings back. And this time, it's a very quiet space to work for. Nobody going down just yet. Smokes dissipate. And Chili Dogs really taking it slow. I do appreciate that fact. They're saying, hey, we don't want to cause any issues. We don't want to get too crazy. However, the crazy might reach them. Rage, yet again, just destroying what they all have. And it's just overwhelming. Rage does it again. From garage to see long, it's all theirs. Finds a bouncing body. Sees ahead. Doesn't take the shot. Instead, watches that corner and hits it for 3. Rage is on a rager of a round.
That was impressive. And Rage, due to where the smoke is positioned, Rage is just kind of able to see the rays bouncing around, able to know exactly when they're going to be coming back through an easy 3K. Rogue able to bring
30
one
seconds
back
left.
right now, but it might be a little bit too little too late as Sushi finds him in mid, leaving things down to Chili. But Chili unable to capitalize here on the eco, and now 7-1, and Jarbros are just on fire. Rage putting on yet another clinical performance on this operator.
I mean, just at this point, going far higher than I think anyone overly expected here. Jarbros are looking like another. And this tap came after so many more in the mid, and then knew that someone was going to cross over as well. Just made it look so easy. Sushi, with a close finish, was able to take off that fourth, and now we're looking at a 7-1 position. The largest, I think second largest disparity that we've seen so far, as the only one match was Chili Dawgs back in game number 1. So let's see if it happens here. Hard rush on the side. Chili Dawgs are done playing, but Sushi says, no, you're not. You will face the wrath of my gun, and you will have to deal with me. Heaven currently populated by 1, but will it be enough? That's corner. Still hasn't been fleshed out. Shock Bolt rains down on the head. Rogue has to quickly head into hell, and I don't think you like that, as Rage with the 9 says, I can do it yet again. However, Rogue pops out of the corner and says you took the wrong course around Albuquerque. Rage, though, swings yet again, and it's over before you know it. We're down to a 3v2. Rachel has an operator in close quarters combat and is brutal with it. Misses shot, down to 30 HP. Not the worst position in the world. Jaro still making magic happen, as Toby is the last one to stand, and they will fall just the same, as it's now 8 for Jarbros and map number 3 in the first half.
Yeah, and a different take here coming out from Chili Dawgs, trying to run things down, trying to get super aggressive on to this A site. Immediately punished, though. Sushi once again standing strong over on this A site, which has been Sushi's playground throughout the map so far. And then it's very easy just for the rest of the team to be able to crush on to site. A 5v5 retake into A is nearly impossible for the defense, but anytime you've gotten a pick and now there's one less person holding a sight line that you're able to swing into, all of a sudden it just completely flips script and becomes very easy for the defense to push themselves back in.
See what happens. Artsy, though, was waiting off on the wings. Shot number 1 rings, but Shimmy able to answer back. No more multi-frags, but guess who's still alive? Rogue takes outside on the top side. Beautiful shot. Just waiting for an opportunity. It's Chili Dawgs this time that are actually giving it a little bit of leniency to create a plant defense. Jarbros with 2 left. And Jaro probably should have had your gun out a little bit faster. Serena able to finish. Rage, though, might be able to make some magic happen. Swaps out to that Phantom and says, give me the opportunity. Sprays yet again. Rage picking up speed. 2 more to go. Sees one on the left. One on the right is still there. Gets tagged 14. You can't look 2 ways like that. Really well played by Chili Dawgs to stop this relentless push and get their second of the half.
Should be enough, yes?
Well, Chili Dawgs are able to slow down the retake there from Jarbros this time, and kind of an interesting feel we start to see as they push out. We think, oh, Jarbros, they've got this in the bag, and then Chili Dawgs just comes slamming through, able to win the round. But still, honestly, Rage bringing it to a 1v2 and then dropping down, it almost still felt winnable from the heater that Rage is on. And once again, another first blood going the way of Rage.
Hard spray once again at the opening of the round. Artsy wasn't able to finish off the kill, but close enough as you get some damage down. Chili Dawgs waiting as they've already lost 1. Where will it come from? Where will the next be? A side only having 1 defender, but Artsy still staying. Let's play. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Chili Dawgs once again trying to take a much slower and calmer approach. I wonder if they're making enough noise, though. Minute left on the clock before round is over. Nice swinging outside. Heard a shot. Finds one long, but a very nice bird. Doesn't stop Artsy. Toby could not finish off that kill, and instead Artsy is allowed on a tear. That's 2 so far. Rage helps out. And all that's left is 1. Sushi finishes it off, and it is our very first flawless here. as Jarbros keep all 5 alive.
And Jarbros just getting back to the textbook game strats that they've been running, which is Rage, go find first blood, and then after that, the rest of the round is pretty easy for us. Taking down the Rays to be able to push that lock button down on the site without the Rays, it's really hard for Chili to be able to insert themselves in, and then once that happens, it's just a matter of picking off people as they start swinging out. Nothing to be done there. Chili Dawgs can't even find a single one.
Crushing blow, shock bolt hit straight in the face. A little bit of a weird spot to be in, but the garage is still being fought over. It actually been as heavy of a fight as we've usually seen. Chili Dawgs, though, hard brute forced into this B site. Been uncontested the whole time through, and Shimmy is able to find a nade. Sushi holds it down before losing their life. It's 2 for 1 so far. Jarbros need to rotate some members over if they can. Spike being planted out in the open, or at least in the corner position. Maybe they back away, but the eyes are out as Jar cleans 1. Down to a 2v2. Aside from the east side swings yet another. Hunter's Fury catches a body, but not much more. It's enough to cause some damage. Chili Dawgs have the spike down, but they need to find more. Sai getting second to last. This is going to be enough. Chili keeps themselves alive, and it's a 1v1. Both rounding the corners. Rock is out, and Sai is able to make it happen. 3K for their own, and they will gather up a 10th to end this half.
And this round was all Sai being everywhere all at once. And the key play there being that Hunter's Fury, while it didn't kill Rogue, it was able to give the information of where Rogue was playing and make that kill a little bit easier with the tag. So it was able to very easily have them swing 2v1 on it to Rogue and find that 1 kill. And even though we had the immediate trade from Chili onto Rage, just enough utility. Sova gets to come back online, gets that little scan, the recon dart, able to find and push Chili into the position that they want Chili to be in. An easy cleanup and just enough time for the defuse, and a 10-2 blistering half for Jarbros as we swap sides.
It's been awesome to watch here. Let's see. How much further are we going to go? Quick dash in. Chili was ready with 1 at least, but Rage is still ready to punish. That's going to be a swing of 2. Sushi fighting through that wall. So thank you very much, Jarbros, though. Losing to total as well. Raj held up there, Rogue. Rogue is making things happen here. Says we are not going to go down without a fight. 10-2 is a call. Can't plant just yet. 2v3. Scanned out. That's a problem. Sai running the corner, needs to look right, but now you're blinded out. Shoots, looks left, can't see anyone. Shockbolt goes out. Rogue looks the corner, and Sai says it's mine. Of course, Serena is able to even things up, and it's down to a 2v1. Around the corner on the right, not going to find much. Sushi with 10 HP. Are you going to make it happen? No, you won't. Toby with the quip to end it off. Jarbros will lose. Chili Dawgs get a 3rd.
And looking like we're gonna see a lot of aggression here as Chili Dawgs try to force themselves back into this game. A huge rundown there on the pistol round, and we see all sorts of defensive effort coming out from Jarbros, but just not enough. So much speed coming out from the side of Chili Dawgs. We see Artsy just dive in here, get traded out, and then just enough chaos happening. But Jarbros able to settle down and try to find literally anything.
Wonder if there's going to be any sort of magic. Serena, though, says no. Judge was out to play. Gets 1. Will be more. Shock bolt is enough. Rage gets some extra. Headshot to Chili. Rogue follows through. It's down to a 3v3. Things are getting messy. Chimmy with the swing out left. What a pickup onto Rage. Chili Dawgs starting to look a bit better, but Sushi with this frenzy is making short work before they fall. Jar can find it. With 45 HP, we're down to a 1v1. Full HP bar on the other side, though. Rogue trying to defuse. Nice little tap. Jar gets behind the wall, but the hunt is out and the cage is up. Rogue, though, with a hard spray, finds that last body. Chili Dogs are not yet done. 3K for Rogue and a 4th on the board as we push to the 3rd of the half.
4th on the board, but a lot of damage done as they lose 4 guns going into this round. Jarbros winning a lot of fights that they had no business winning, and now as the rifles come out, a chance to put themselves 2 rounds away from map point here, going into this mixed buy coming in from Chili Dogs. But if you're Chili Dogs, this is where you have to make your stand. You need to win this round specifically. You can break Jarbros' economy, you can get a couple more rounds for free, but this is the round that you have to win.
RC ready to go. Is up for one really nice frag. Rage waiting on the top wings, but that's gonna be a hard spray between the two. Quick TP back. No problems around, but it opens up a lot of space for Jarbros to break their way on in. Sorena cannot look the right way. They will fall. Unfortunately, Rage, though, says no thank you, and Jarbros find their 11th. A round that they were expected to win is yet again a flawless, as all they need are 2 more.
And as far as must-win rounds goes, not the best. Unfortunately, now Jarbros gonna have a really big economic advantage as Chili Dogs gets forced into a near full eco minus Rogue. And because of that, it's going to make it that much easier for Jarbros to win this 12th round and put themselves up on series point. As you can see, they're just blistering pace, running it straight down A.
I like it. Hey, look, there's not much else to play for. All you want is that win. And can you find Artsy with a hard spray? Finds 1. Are you going to find more is the question. Kusova inside the pits. You covered all the backside angles. Now let's clear out the front. Sushi and Rage on a rampage, if you will. And they just need 1 more life. Toby in that corner cannot peek fast enough. And you are down as Jarbros have fought through a 13-11 slog and are poised to pay back Chili Dogs in spades. We are sitting at 12-4.
How poetic would it be after dropping the first map 13-4 to come back and win the series 13-4 yourself? 1 more round for Jarbros to do it, but Chili Dogs aren't going to just roll over and let this happen without any kind of fight. They are going to have to find something, dig deep into the books, though, to get this one out, as we have AC Hit and Rage just starting things off beautifully on the flank.
It's almost like a movie. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Or a play, if you will. Musical, the songs are singing. But Chili says the curtains haven't closed. You'll rip one back. It is a 1-for-1 so far. Rage with a really high smoke. I don't think that's where you wanted it to go. So it is kind of useless, unfortunately. Rage is going to look a little bit further. Cage up to the top side. Playing down, this is going to force Chili Dogs to actually move. Blind goes out, misses though. So it's space being taken, and Rage with yet another shot will find it. Hunter's Fury goes wide. 1 more shot can be there. Rage with a 3-piece total. And Artsy with eyes out on Chili. The captain, the head commando. Welcome to the You missed the dive! No, you missed it twice! Don't do this, Artsy! Finishes it off at the end. That will be Jarbros with some mistaken poetry at the end.